Hey everyone, I'm Alicia from a music blog, and I'm delighted to be here with Matt and Kim. Welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How about you both?
I think I'm doing just fine. We've had 2 days off. I was saying I might be too relaxed, Kim.
I agree. I said to Tom, our tour manager earlier, I was like, 2 days off feels like you're starting a tour again.
So it's good. You get us fresh here today.
We're very
Brand
excited
new.
to have you in Toronto. I heard that you've been in the city for a couple of days, so what have you been up to?
I went to Mocha. Here, I'm just going to take this from you.
thing.
So I went to Mocha. They had a photo exhibition there, and that was awesome. And then I walked through Trinity Park, and I was like, this place is amazing. So I walked back to our hotel. I grabbed Matt, and then we went back to Trinity Park, and I think we hung there for like 3 hours. It was like a long chill day.
Yeah, and I mean, we just sort of we lurked on all the dogs that were around there. You know, I feel like in that park, there's a lot of dudes being like, oh, check out that girl, and we're kind of more like, oh, check out that dog. I want to pet that coat. That looks soft. And then you brought me back to the museum because you wanted to show me that piece.
Yeah.
And you had made a bestie over there. Who was that guy who was then your best friend?
I don't know, but he was psyched that I went to the museum twice in a day. He was very excited. Yeah. Also, I also felt like we kept trying to befriend people who were drinking in Trinity Park because we didn't bring alcohol, but everyone else seeed to.
Is that legal there to be
Drinking in public?
Yes.
No.
They just turn a blind eye.
I guess. Well, of course, you're playing, as I mentioned earlier, Toronto tonight, and you're known for having these absolutely crazy, energetic performances where you're either singing in the crowds. I know that you actually stand in the crowd and do your vocals, and there's a lot of dancing involved. So what would you say is one of the crazier moments that's happened in a Matt and Kim show?
Well, I guess the craziest moment yet to date is you breaking your finger.
I don't know if that's crazy. That was just dumb.
The finger
we
gun
decided
forever?
that one song we were going to play guitar. I was going to play guitar on. Usually I play a keyboard, sing, and it's too much of a rock and roll instrument for me. I am not that rock and roll. I need to be I have too much mobility, and I explain it as people are like, "What happened?" And so we have this riser on stage, and I say, "Just picture you're standing on top of your kitchen table, holding a guitar, and then you just lean forward and let your feet stay on the kitchen table as the rest of your body smashes into the floor." Yeah. That's
So
about what happened.
How exactly did Denver, because I believe it happened there, how did they respond to that when it all went down?
I feel like it was a mixture of and ha 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 ha.
Some falls I totally laugh because some falls are hilarious, but I felt like it was more they were concerned that I'd
Serious.
still be alive.
Yeah.
And I got up and sort of made it through.
No, it was amazing. He got up. We had about 20 minutes left of the set. He completely played through it. And then we got backstage, and he's like, I think I need to go to the hospital now. And then he didn't cancel any shows. He kept playing. He's just killing it right now.
Well, I do my best.
Well, part of the shows that you played after that happened, you had 2 solo shows in New York, which is where you're from. So what are some of your favorite things about that city?
I mean, granted, well, it's funny because we were just comparing a little to McCarran Park to Trinity Park of there is not, you have to take advantage of adult loitering, I think. It doesn't happen in every city where you can just, people bump into each other and you can just be, 30 years old and still just drinking in a park and playing hacky sack. I don't know.
With your shirt off. It's totally cool with your shirt off.
Kim kept trying to make me pop my shirt in Trinity Park yesterday. I'm too pale. Look at me. I would burn to death. This hot Canada sun.
Yeah, it's really coming down too. I mean, last week it was starting to get cold once again, so you came at a very nice time.
Yeah.
We brought it, right? We brought the heat.
Yeah. That's generally what we do.
Matt and Kim brought the heat.
We bring the heat.
Well, of course, you're touring in support of New Glow. You've been working on this amazing video, and I have it here for Can You Blame Me, where you're getting fans to shoot their own videos with your face on a tablet, and then you're going to compile it into one big, awesome video. Just how did you come up with this concept? 'Cause I know you're very involved with film and directing a lot of your own stuff.
I think for us, a lot of our stuff has been ideas that we've had. Almost all of the videos we've done. And I think that's what kind of keeps it sort of Matt and Kim vibey. Is because the vibe comes from you and me, But the thing is, I feel our shows and stuff are so much about the audience. maybe that doesn't make sense to everyone, but essentially it's like we have a very active audience. We have an audience that jumps around and dances, and occasionally there's mosh pits and stage diving, and so we always put a lot of light in the audience because people ask, "Oh, you're just two on stage. How do you give this energy?" I'm like, "No, we're not two on stage. We, at a venue we could be like 2002, or at a festival 20,002. It's about everyone." So I thought to have a music video where it's like we actually get the people who listen to the music involved and be in the video, that was a very Matt and Kim thing to do.
You're slowly starting to share some of the things that people have actually submitted. Do you have any personal favorites? I remember watching your example video, and I loved the one I did not expect to see on the toilet. So what are some of the favorites that you've seen so far?
There was one recently that we just posted where it's definitely a lot of, I'd say, destruction, pretty much.
I saw that one.
And yeah, I love anything that gets destructive, so I was a fan of that.
And then I saw like people in weird furry costumes, and people do tend to like taking their clothes off to do videos with our faces on. I posted one shot of my face with boobs, and I was like, this makes me feel very bizarre inside.
Well, off of the record, off of New Glow, you actually released this video for Hey Now where you're just dancing like crazy, and you have some mad skills going on with your dance moves while you're there in the background dancing as well. So it's obvious that dancing is a big part of just Matt and Kim in general, from your live shows to a lot of your music videos. So would you be able to demonstrate just a couple of your favorite dance moves?
Oh my gosh.
I mean my favorite is usually from behind and grinding up.
Yeah,
right?
and I just stand here just awkwardly. Don't.
Embracing.
And now, especially when you've gotten part of this wall on you, and you grind that right onto me. That's, it's a good,
wonderful dance moves.
Yeah.
Leave a little white traces behind.
Oh gosh. Not suitable for work.
Dancing with Matt and Kim. I love it. Well, of course, something that I've noticed is just over the years you stick to your guns. A lot of it's a DIY mentality, as we were just discussing about your videos. So a lot of our readers are actually in up-and-coming indie bands. So what advice would you give to them just regarding the music industry?
I mean, I think our couple things is that, there's bands on the internet are like stars in the sky, meaning there's a billion of them, and unless you have someone being like, yo, look at how bright that one is, and you're like, oh my gosh, that one is great, it's hard to stand out. But I think there's still something about, we started as a band like in the beginning era of MySpace, for y'all who remember, who made a demo, put it on MySpace, and then we started touring. And there's something about going and actually being real humans and physical people that come and you see, rather than you just hear another band online, that, like, I don't know, makes it, I think, more real for people. So I encourage playing shows, lots of shows. And
I think you got to play as many shows as you can. Like, just keep playing. And also keep them short.
Yeah, we believe in a short set and leave them wanting more. Our first 50 shows were probably just 3 songs,
No, and I think our first tour was 5.
Wow.
Yeah, we drive 8 hours and then play 5 songs somewhere.
Well, I have to bring up the fact that even just standing with you here, I've seen a lot of videos in the past, but actually meeting you, the chemistry is just unbelievable. The humor.
Oh, really?
I know, it's so good.
Already?
Who would have thought?
So, it was this move, right?
Oh, yeah. As I stood
I think
there
that's
awkwardly.
what locked it.
Yeah.
So just to wrap everything up here, what would you say is the best part about being in Matt and Kim with one another?
I mean, for us, okay, I wouldn't suggest it for every couple to spend every second of every day for the last 10 years together, because you probably would kill each other. But for some reason, for me and Kim, that works. It works like a charm. And the fact that we go on tour all the time and we get to come here and we're here with our significant other and we don't have to leave anyone at home works out very...
I mean, it's the main bonus is I get laid every night, so...
Every night might be pushing it. I'm only human, okay?
Well, that does wrap everything up. Glad we're leaving on such a high note. I just want to say thank you so much for your time today.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for everybody at home, remember you can go to www.amusicblogyeah.com for all exclusive interviews and features with your favorite bands. Bye.